when does a book haul officially become a problem? Because I went to an author event and bought books. I received books for my birthday. Then I went to a Black independent bookstore and bought books. And somehow I still managed to go online and buy more books. So yes, I have another book haul. You're going to want to stick around because there's some good ones in this stack. So let's see what I bought, and more importantly, let's see if I can justify all of this. I'm going to start with the birthday stack. And just to let you know, all of the books that I received for my birthday come from my Tipsy Book Club sissies. They made sure that my day was special, and this is why I love them immensely. We have book 1 in The Beautiful Broken Love by Shanora Williams and Sweet Little Hearts by Shanora Williams. And these books were gifted to me by Sarita and Nikki from Sip and Read. And so let's see, what does the note say? It says, enjoy your gift from Sip and Read. We hope you love these books as much as I did. From Nikki and Sarita. And thank you so much, Nikki and Sarita. I absolutely did love book 1 because I had already read it. I think I talked about book 1 in a wrap-up. So this one was about Davina and Deke. Book 2 is about Javier and Octavia. And Octavia is going to wind up being Javier's nanny for his 4-year-old. I am so happy that I received book 2 so I can jump into it. And thank you so much again, Nikki and Sarita, for the gifts. This next one is from a series, and it is by Nicole Falls, and it is from the Preston Brothers series. Book 1, Screwed, and book 2, Hammered. Okay, so C.G. St. Clair is an interior designer. She's an up-and-coming celebrity interior designer. She wants to show the world her new designs, but there's a problem. William Preston. Okay, so we have a hater. William Preston is a hater because there's a new kid on the block? Oh, so he's going to give her a hard time. Okay, so that's book 1. And then book 2, Hammered. What do you think this is about? Khalees Worthington, love the name. She's going to wind up moving back home. There's a lot going on, including her father's declining health. And so with her coming back, her former best friend, I wonder who that is. Is it a Preston brother? Of course, Waylon Preston. There was some type of split between the best friends. Now she's back. Waylon is trying to make things right with her. MJ got these for me, and also MJ got Broken Clocks by Daniel Allen. I think, right? MJ, let me know if this one was a part of your gift as well. Oh, I love these type of stories. I fell for William Grayson in a matter of minutes. The connection between us was undeniable, but our timing was off. I love a off-timing romance. Ooh. Okay. I knew there was a reason why I had this on my wish list. This sounds very interesting, right up my alley. If you could tell by my excitement, I think this is a book you should pick up as well. And MJ, thank you so much for my gifts. I can't wait to get into these books. I think all of these are from Tosha, okay? So, was there notes? Wait a minute. Yes, there were notes. But I don't know where all the notes go. Okay, happy birthday. May you be as emotionally destroyed as I was from... And which one, MJ? Which one? I think you're talking about Broken Clocks by Danielle Allen. I think that's what you're talking about, okay? And then her other note is, happy birthday. We all need some more Nicole Falls humor. Yes, okay, so I got the right gifts for the right person. Yes, thank you, MJ. I love reading these notes. All right, enjoy your gift. Blessed and happy birthday, Ronnie, from Tosha Leisure. Thank you, Tosha. I'm about to cry right now. The first one she got me was The Billionaire Holiday by Shay Sanders. Shay Sanders is becoming one of my favorites. She's getting up there. It says Candy Girls book number 3. Oh, so I wonder if I can read this out of order because it is a series. I love cabin romances. Oh, fake dating for this one. Okay. And then she got me Love and Other Things by CCJ. This is a very popular book by her. A lot of people talk about it. A lot of people say that they love it. I don't even remember what it is about. Love and Other Things takes you on a journey with 3 friends as they navigate betrayal, hurt, demons from their past to find second chances at love. And then she has one more. And she put in this little cute bag. And it says, there is a note. It says, again, blessed and happy birthday, Ronnie, from Tosha Leisure. Okay. And she got me, I was waiting to read this. She got me Yours to Have, Mine to Love by Evelyn Latrice. Okay. So this book is all about the character that came out of To the Moon, the 8th Wonder series. If you guys remember the vlog that I did when I was reading that book and I said I hate a love triangle, yeah, this is the guy that was a part of the love triangle. He gets his own book. Okay, so yeah, I'm excited for that. Thank you again so much, Tosha Leisure. All right, and then last but certainly not least, okay, this one also came in a gift bag, and I'm gonna pull out the note, and this is from Isita, and she says, "Happy birthday, Ronnie." Thank you, Isita. I love it. Isita went a little bit further. She got it wrapped. All right, so this first one, Sugar. I have not been able to read a book yet by Bernice L. McFadden, so I'm not too familiar with her catalog. I knew that this was something that I wanted to read, and so I had this on my wish list. It says, Sugar brings a 1950s Southern black town to life while exploring the role that love and friendship can play in helping us find redemption within ourselves and each other. This is why I wanted to read it, because of the setting and the timeline of the story. And then she sent me a wrapped book. She sent me Lady Nisha, Emotionally Scarred. If you guys don't know, Lady Nisha is one of my top auto-buy authors. So any book from her catalog, I am gonna go crazy for it. Oh, I may have to read this sooner than later. Henry Jr., aka Henny, has always been a playboy. Through his 2-year stint in college, he made it his personal challenge to knock down as many girls as he could. What? I'm so excited. I am so excited. Thank you, Isita, for the gifts. I appreciate it and I love it. And I love my Tipsy Book Club sissy, every last one of you. Whether you got me a gift, whether you texted me, I just love that you guys made my day so special. And I love you all from the bottom of my heart. The next stack is from the ESS Lit in the City book event that was hosted by Jaquel J. I did post a couple of clips in my previous vlog. I didn't get too much footage because, dare I say it, I'm a punk. I'm still not that comfortable pulling out my camera, and so it was Kiona from Chocolate Covered Pages. I was talking to her and I was like, I really didn't get a lot of footage. She was like, girl, all these people around here have a camera. I took my camera out and I started to film a little bit. I did get pictures with authors, but I just didn't get a lot of video. I really had a good time overall at the event. It was organized. Crowd control was controlled. There was a line to get in only because they weren't letting people in yet. So they did have like a break for the authors for them to eat and things of that nature. But what I did like as well is that they came out and they explained what was happening. So you weren't irritated, like you weren't just sitting on the line like, what is going on, huffing and puffing? Because you know, once we start huffing and puffing, it's like a domino effect. One person start huffing and the other person start huffing and the next person start huffing. I thought that was really well thought out, and communication was great because they did that. Compared to the event that I went to last year, I thought this one was just well organized and put together. And then on top of that, I went to that event 50% to get books from authors and get them signed. But the other 50% was that I wanted to see my girls. I wanted to see Nikki, Sarita, and Kiona. For those of you who don't know, I talk about Nikki and Sarita all the time, and I'm a part of their book club, but we never met in person. And so this was an opportunity for us to meet in person, and I was extremely excited. And then for Kiona, we met last year at the other book event, but we didn't really get to talk and hang out. It was like real brief. And so I was excited to now like plan out time and spend time and hang out with her. And actually we all got together and had a great time. We had dinner, we laughed, we joked, and then we all went home. So with that being said, one of the authors that I definitely wanted to see was Diamond Diaz. Nope, her name is not Diamond Diaz. It's Diamond D. Johnson. Girl. She was one of the first authors that I walked up to their table. Her line wasn't heavy when I walked in. But later on, her line was heavy and they started giving out tickets for her line. So I was so happy that I was able to beat that part. Get on her line, get my books, and get them signed and walk away. I just didn't get a picture with her. The series that I got from her was the Street Hearing series. This is book 1. You can silence a man, but you can't stop a riot. Woo! Woo! And then book 2. I love the colors. And then book 3. What does book 3 say? You can survive the streets until you cross a riot. So obviously Riot is a character in this book, in this series. Riot St. James, not the woman that needs saving, but if you cross her, she's the one you'll need saving from. Dominic Shore. The world knows him as Dolo. I love it. He is young and he has the drug game on lock. She only signed one of my books. How dare she? She was supposed to sign all 3. And she wrote in print, thank you for that. She put, thank you so much for your support. Love, Diamond D. Johnson. She signed it to my government name. Okay. I also got stickers from her. Proud to be a Diamond D. Johnson reader. Very cute. And then we also got, if you bought something for her, you also got a pen. The next person that I got books from, I was able to get pictures with her, and it is Aisha Bree. She is very talented. If you don't know, she did that beautiful cover for Kimberly Brown, Rhythms Blues. And she was a pleasure to meet. She was down to earth. We were joking about our heights because we're both shorties and we have on those high heels. And so I purchased her series. This book is gorgeous. Oh, she is so smart. She is so smart. Book 1 in the series, Rose Haven. It is a small town romance. Not only is the outside cover beautiful, right? But when you open it up, it's gorgeous. The pages are colored. Look at this. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. This is what makes you want to read a book. And then when I said that she was so smart, she has an autograph page. Very smart, lady. Very smart. And she put, Ronnie, I hope you get everything you need. I absolutely did because you are in this. Okay? Look at this book. Look at it. Like, guys, I love a quality book. Top freaking notch. Even the empty page. Look at this. God damn it. Even the empty page look good. Oh my good. I hope you get everything you deserve, Aisha Bree. And then book 2 is, now she co-wrote this book with Kimberly Brown. I got a funny, should I tell you guys the story about Kimberly Brown? It's so embarrassing. Let me check it out because I didn't even check out the book. Still gorgeous. Still gorgeous. I don't know what any of these books are about, but god damn it, these are well put together books, and I'm gonna enjoy every single moment of it. Also, I got excited because when I opened up the book, there were stickers. She did the damn thing, right? Quality. Chrome bar. I guess I'll figure it out when I read it. These are so cute. Okay, so this goes to book 2. That's the family. Rose Haven is definitely the name of the series. Like, I was taking forever to find what the name of the series. So gorgeous. This is a postcard. This is fucking quality. Look at that. Oh, it's a thank you card. So I got books from Nay. What I bought from her was, oh, I love when they put with love. And the publisher is Urban Ain't Dead. When this says Urban Ain't Dead, they got some fire books under their publishing. Yes. So I'm glad that she's with them. That means that her books are fire. I don't know the name of the series. Damn it. But anyway, this is book 1, A Hitman's Gift for Christmas. And it is a novella, so this is a quick read. Book 2 is Keeping Me in Mind. And then The Price, spelled Pryce, of Loving a Boss. I've been dying to read this series. This was sitting on my Kindle from last year. Book 2 and book 3, yes, they were released this year. And then she also signed, did she sign all of them? She put To Ronnie from Love, with love. I love when they put with love. Yes, all of them say that. I was happy to get her books. I had to take a break. My battery is about to die, and so I took an opportunity to eat dinner and also wash the dishes. So now I'm good. The next set of books that I got was from Tatiana. So there are 6 books in the series. I actually got the first 2 books in the series. So this is book 1, Zoo Boys, The Street Chaos. Book 2, The Streets and the Pulpit, Zoo Boys. I'm not too sure who the characters are in this book and what it's about. I just know they are a motorcycle club, or I assume that they're a motorcycle club or has something to do with motorcycle, which is what I've been dying to get into. I wanted to dive into like different motorcycle series. Tatiana was very nice to me. I was able to get a picture with Tatiana. She put To Ronnie, thank you. I don't know if you guys can see that. It looks like pencil, but it's not. It's a special ink. She asked me if I wanted her to sign all the books, and I said yes. So then I got her other series. It's a 2-book series, and I got it because 1, the cover was fire, and 2, it also represents motorcycle. And so the series is Demonesses or Demoness. I think it's Demoness. That sounds better. So book 1. Book 2 is Dionysus. I don't know what that's supposed to say. And when I got the book, she was like, this series is her favorite. So I'm so glad that I picked it up because for an author to say that it's her favorite, like, you want to see why it's her favorite. This book I was trying to get into a little bit early on in the year, and I started it, but then I wound up going into something else and I never went back. So I definitely wanted to make sure I got the physical copy, and it's a thickums. It is Hood University Havana Blues. If you guys saw another video that I did, I mentioned one of my tropes that I love is college campus romance, a HBCU romance. And so that's why I wanted to get into this book. Let's see who's next. I feel like now I can say that she is also someone who's under my auto by author for me. And I've read a lot of her books in this series already. And it is Siobhan Latrice. I've been posting that one picture with me and Siobhan Latrice. I think I look so silly in it, and then she looks so beautiful. So I picked up a few books from the Crenshaw King series. She didn't have all the ones that I wanted. Like, I wanted to get like my favorite books in the series. I did get one of my favorite books, which is Love Letters from a Gangster. Love this story. Actually, that book was gifted to me by Nikki and Sarita. Thank you. Love that it's basically a love after lockup situation. Kiss It Better. Who was in Kiss It Better? And Alicia and Bashir. Okay, so that's their book. And then I got Love's Most Wanted. And who was this about? Unique. Did I even read this? Maybe I didn't read this. Which one is this? Because I don't remember this. I did not read this book. Okay, so I need to read it. So 8 and 9, because this is book number 8. 8 and 9 are the books that I did not read in this series. Oh my goodness. I like that. I like to get books as trophies that I've read, but it's also cool to get books that you have not read. My goal was to get the King Inferno series. That's all I wanted. I didn't care about anything else, but as I'm waiting on the line, I'm like, yeah, I'm about to get my books. She was like, we don't have any more like, she was listing out the names of the books that they did not have. I was only able to get Capadonna 2, which I'm not mad because I love Capadonna. He's one of my faves in the whole U-verse. Also, I was able to get an exclusive, which is Welcome to the Concrete Jungle, Natalie and Isaac. I don't know what Natalie and Isaac, what their story is about, and I also don't know if they're connected to any of her series. When he slid into my bed next to me. Oh, what? Wow. Dirty dog. Girl, why did you let him do that? Wow. I don't know who these characters are connected to, but I didn't even know. I'm very interested now. See, this is why the back of the book, the synopsis, is very important to read. It gets you hyped up to read the book. And I was able to take a picture with Jaquel. But guess what I forgot to do? I think my mind was going once I found out that the King Inferno series, I couldn't get it. I did not have her sign my books. Can you imagine? Gave her a hug, took a picture, and still did not get my book signed. After I came back from that event, it's like I needed more books. I went to Amazon ASAP. I picked up a series from Gray Huffington. These are so cute. It's called the Situation Ships series. I didn't mean not to pick up book 1. So I picked up book 2. These are little tiny books. They're like short stories, actually. Book 3 is the bigger book. It's still not a big book, but it's bigger than the rest of the books. I read all of them. Book 4. And book 4 is 6 whole weeks. Book 3 is 637. This one has both sisters. So 6 is a sister and 7 is her sister. So that's why it's called 637, which I thought it was very cute. Play on the words. 6, the city, starts with the first sister, and then we lead into the second sister. One day when she comes to work, she sees something she has no business seeing. Very interesting storyline. And then the last book is book 5, and it's called Six Given. And obviously it's around the Thanksgiving holiday, but it's also the continuation of 6's story with a certain someone. I picked this up clearly for the vibe of the cover, which is 90s Love in Cali by Masterpiece. These next books I bought because another mutual showed these books on her channel, and she made them sound really interesting, and so I wanted to pick them up. It's a series, and it's by Brianna Michelle. Book 1, which one is book 1? Book 1 is Finding My Way Out of Darkness, a story of unconditional love. It feels like a romantic suspense. So that's book 1. And then book 2 is Finding My Way to You, a redemption love story. So another FBI agent. If I'm not mistaken, the series is a romantic suspense series which I love romantic suspenses. This other one is also a recommendation by Lisa. But when Lisa showed it, I was like, oh, I was fascinated, you know, what she was saying. And immediately after I saw Lisa's video, other people on social media, this book started popping up. And that is A Heartfelt Conflict, Sinful Serenity by Mary C. Kim. Beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous. And I decided to get it in hardcover. I'm a paperback girl, but I just knew that getting it in hardcover, it was going to be so gorgeous. And this is a mafia romance. I'm excited to read it because it seemed like the girls are going crazy over this one. The next book that I got is Everything Comes with a Price by Nina Rohr, aka Stephanie Akon. So you might say, Ronnie, that title sounds familiar. It is, because I showed you in a previous haul the other book that was gifted to me by the author, and it had a completely different cover. I don't know what it was. I was doing something. Maybe I was updating my Notion with the book information, so I needed to get the photo of the book and put it in my Notion. But when I went to go search on Amazon, this is what popped up. I immediately put it in my cart because I'm like, this cover is so beautiful. I picked this book up immediately, and oh my goodness. I'm not going to go into it because I talked about it in the other haul, but I'm going to do a wrap up, and this book will be in that wrap up. This was the realest book that I've ever read. And when I tell you this is a gem, this is a gem. This one was also a recommendation. This was a recommendation by Isata. On Isata's Instagram page, she had posted this book, and I was like, oh, what is that? Love Rehab by Kia Smith. Kia Smith is a new to me author. This is book 1 in a series. The series is called Love Rehab Series. It's 4 books in the series. I have a feeling that these are pills and someone has an addiction. It says life can be full of bad decisions, and it seems as if Desiree Thomas has been making them since she was 14 years old. While coming of age in a new neighborhood, she bumps into her first love. And together they start a fast-paced romance. What went from innocent and cute quickly turned toxic and dysfunctional. I think I was scrolling on Amazon. This showed up and the reviews were good, and so it caught my attention. And it is Residuals When Love Never Really Dies by Halima M. Let me see what the back says. Wow. Sounds good. Then the next one is Have You Ever by Natavia. So if you aren't really too familiar with Natavia writes a lot of paranormal, but she also writes urban fiction as well. And I've been dying to get into her urban fiction catalog. This is a new release. This cover just was absolutely gorgeous, and I had to grab it. This one is also another new release. This is The Revelation of Dion Daphne by Mara Brock Akil. This is a anticipated new release for me. You all probably know she's the creator of Girlfriends and some other popular TV series. When I saw her name on it, I was like, yeah, definitely, I need to pick it up. People have been already talking about it, and they are stressing the trigger warnings. Someone that I'm very much interested in, and it is Who's That Girl by Eve. Who's that girl? Na 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 na. Eve's that. I just always love Eve. I love how she presented herself. I love the way she talked, the way she rapped. I love her acting. I want to read all about Eve, and so I picked up her book. I have more books. Depending on what comes first, I don't know if this video is going to come first or the other vlog, but I wound up going to a Black independent bookstore. I was able to pick up 2 books. These are books that are out of my comfort zone. And so there were ladies that were there, and I asked them for recommendations. Like, what do you recommend? I told them what type of books that I read, but I was also open to different types of genre of books. And actually my eyes had wandered on this book, but I didn't pull it out. And then the young lady who I asked for her recommendation, she actually pulled this book out. And it is City We Became by N.K. Jemisin. She made it sound so interesting. The young lady in the store, loved her personality. I think in my vlog you will see, you know, a little bit of our interaction, but I loved her. It's about New York City and it is about avatars is what she was telling me. Do I like avatars? Not really, but the way she made it sound, each borough there was a leader there, and there was one leader from Brooklyn. She was in charge, I think, of, did she say hip hop? She sold me with this book, and so it is a series. I'll probably add an audio to it so that it can be a better reading experience for me. But yeah, I'm excited to see if this is a genre that I can get into. And then there was also another lady there. The ladies there, the owners, and the other two ladies that were helping me with books, they were great. They were phenomenal. Great experience. The other book was from Octavia E. Butler, and it's from a series, is what I've been told. What does Viola Davis says? Epic, game-changing, moving, and brilliant. A patternist novel, and it's called Wild Seed. I forget what she said what this one was about. Doro knows no higher authority than himself, an ancient spirit with boundless powers. He possesses humans, killing without remorse as he jumps from body to sustain his own life. It sounds very interesting. With an eternity ahead of him, Doro breeds an empire of supernaturally gifted humans. Oh yeah, I remember her saying that. Who obey his every desire. He fears no one until he meets Anua. That, my friends, is the haul. Drop your favorite in the comments. And if you're new here, make sure to subscribe and join the Serial Readers family. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next time, keep reading and keep doing the things that you love. Bye, guys.